Hey everybody, welcome on into the Delmarva Sports Insider. Thanks for sticking around after the NFL Draft. I am Sports Director Brandon Bosser.
What's up, it's yours truly, Sports Anchor Devin J. Martin. We got a special edition of the Delmarva Sports Insider, really about the NFL Draft. I wish we could just talk about the draft picks all day tonight.
Yeah, so let's get right into it. Before we get to the draft, we start with what was a fantastic game up in Mardella today. The Warriors taking on the Delmar Wildcats. Fantastic afternoon for baseball.
Yeah, it was a little Bayside Henlopen interconference match. Two squad lineups going head-to-head. And, Brandon, it came down to the wire.
It sure did. Mardella down 6-4, tying run at the plate. Ryder Keetle here with the pitch. And a line drive to Desmond Brown. Catches it. Throw to first. Double play for the Wildcats. We move to the top of the seventh.
Yeah, now Delmar with two runners on with two outs. This ball is driven high and deep to center, and that's where the center fielder comes in to try to make the catch. Let's see if he gets it. Ooh,
oh, what a sliding grab there.
That's a nice play right there. Mardella would have a tall order in the bottom of the seventh. Down to the Wildcats have their ace in, and that's Keetle on the mound. Ryder was cooking in the seventh, striking out two batters. Now the Warriors would put two runners on, but Keetle would get the strike swinging in the dirt. Delmar holds on to win a tight matchup over the Warriors, Brandon, in a final score of 6-4. So Delmar moves to 7-5 on the 7-5, on the season with the win over Mardella today.
All right, let's move on to some games we saw this week. A fantastic pitchers duel in Berlin yesterday. These are the two top teams in the Bayside South, Decatur and Parkside. Check out this diving play in the outfield from Aiden Davis. Makes a play to retire the side, but in the 12th inning, Decatur with a runner at third. Jackson Chung coming home. Ball gets away. Decatur sweeping Parkside in the season series. These are two incredible opponents this year. That was scoreless up until the 12th inning, by the way.
Yeah, that was a bit too evenly matched squads. It took about 3.5 hours for them to decide who was going to be the winner.
And tremendous pitching as well, and that'll go far for both these teams in the playoffs.
Yeah, and that was a great run from a stolen home run from third and slide to end the game in the 12th inning. Now, we got to move on as well. We got some other top teams in the Bayside North going at it, St. Michael's and Colonel Richardson. What a game. This one was a two-out rally for the Colonels. Manny Wallace, base hits, and here comes two runs right here. Colonels taking the lead on the Saints. Now,
yeah, St. Michael's is a fantastic team as well. These two were going back and forth all afternoon.
Now, the Colonels, though, Brandon, they've had a little bit of pedigree. They've been to the finals the past 2 years, so they have a lot of experience. They would get this win over St. Michael's. Jack Wallace slams the door. They're now 15-1 with the win, and they're again a force in 1A baseball.
They truly are. Let's move on now. Cape Henlopen and Sussex Central matching up. What a game this was. Two top contenders in the conference. Trey Hitchcock, high, deep, left field. Out of here, solo shot for him. And Cape out in front trying to end that unbeaten season for the Knights. But Central led by this young man, Noah Burrows. A lot of thunder in that bat. He's committed to Salisbury University. This hit puts the Knights in front, and Central moves on to 12-0 on the season, Devin. So they are a state championship contender for sure.
Yeah, and they're definitely looking like it right now as the season progresses.
All right, now we have to move on to the circle, to softball. Mardella Warriors taking on Delmar, and Mardella's undefeated season was in jeopardy today.
Yeah, now this game was a pitcher's duel for most of it. Mardella was out in front 1-0, and the freshman Macy Rickards would do her best to keep it that way. Line drive to her glove, throw to first. That's a beautiful double play, Brandon. I think that's my favorite play in all of softball and baseball, a double play. Now, Delmar would take that momentum and run with it. Cheyenne Willie drives one high and deep to left center field, and that ball just bounces over the fence twice.
A double doink.
It is a double doink. Jody Holloman didn't touch that ball, and that's a solo
yeah,
shot
you saw her.
for
she
the
was
Wildcats.
Like, I didn't touch that.
Now, it would stay 1-1 for a majority of the game, but in the bottom of the sixth, it would all change. Mardella would blast a two-run shot all the way in right field, and the Warriors take a 3-1 lead in the sixth. That home run would not only give the Warriors that two-run lead, but it would also keep their undefeated season alive. Delmar came close, but the Mardella bats would come up clutch in the late innings.
Now, I want to say something about Delmar softball because Macy Rickards, the starting pitcher for Delmar, was the pitcher who took Delmar's Little League team all the way to the Softball World Series just a couple of years ago. So watch out for Delmar's softball in the next couple of years. Central's been to the championship the last couple of years with Madge Layfield, who's now a senior. Well, we've got another freshman star coming up for Delmar, so Delmar will be a force the next few years. And a great week for Central softball as well. Madge Layfield, just mentioned her, getting strikeout number 900 for her career this week. To Kyla Davis, hitting a 2-run home run in the 6th to put this game out of reach against Cape. And then against Indian River later in the week, another great performance from Layfield as they continue to motor along. The Golden Knights now sitting at 9-2 on the year, only one loss in state competition, and they are once again a title contender. All right, now stay updated while we're at these games in real time. Follow WMDT Sports on Facebook and X right now. And now it's time to turn our attention to the NFL draft that we just saw wrap up a few minutes ago. 2 players from right here on Delmarva are hoping to hear their names called this weekend.
They've worked their whole lives, and it all comes to this moment to play in the NFL. Brandon, you actually spoke with North Carolina alum Jamion Franklin about the process and preparing for this big moment.
That's obviously something from a small town like Ridgely that you always dream of, and it's really surreal to finally be at this moment.
Have you thought about actually seeing your name come up on the television screen?
I think that just receiving that phone call and hearing from a team is going to give me an opportunity, and whether it be drafted or undrafted, I think that I'm just grateful for the opportunity to, just get that call. I think that's what stands out more to me than seeing my name, is just to have that conversation with the staff of like, this is your opportunity here.
So I'm curious, what are some of the best pieces of advice that you've gotten so far in this process?
The best advice that I've gotten is just, to be yourself. Surround yourself with the right people, and just continuing to network and understand the ins and outs of the league. And it's just this process is the more people the better, honestly.
Who are some of the people that you're trying to network with?
I think networking with players is something that I'm more good at. I'd say Michael Pierce of the Baltimore Ravens. He's a D tackle that I looked up to for a while, and he's played a good bit in the league, and he's somebody that I've communicated with frequently. Another one is his name's DJ Jones. He's a D tackle for the Broncos. Those are 2 guys that, especially in my position, that I talk to.
Have you been keeping in touch with anyone from Ridgely?
My best friend David Bailey. We go back to our playing days, and I talk to him a lot. Coach McMorris, head coach of the Bulldogs now. Coach McCormick, when I was there, he was coaching me, and it's a lot of people that reach out, and I'm not too big or too famous to ever talk back or forget where I came from.
Yeah, I was just saying, Brandon, it's actually really cool that a lot of NFL talent is coming from the shore, from Delmarva. Now, he says that no team has really stood out in the process yet, but he has about 6 teams that express interest to him, including the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, I know a lot of people around this area, and he said this. It would be very exciting for him to get that chance with the Ravens, but of course, he just wants that opportunity with anybody in the NFL, and it was fantastic to talk with Jamion. He is a very well-spoken young man, and I think he's going to prove himself if he gets that chance with an NFL
very
team.
professional.
All right, now another player from the shore looking to sign on the bottom line with an NFL team is Dover High School's Jordan McGee.
Oh, yeah. No, he played with the Senators, graduating in 2019, then going to Temple University. He redshirted his freshman year in 2019, played only 5 games in 2020, and then finally broke on the scene in 2021, playing in all 12 games. He was named the team captain in 2022. He led Temple in tackles twice and was second-team all-conference this past fall. Now, Brandon, while he isn't the ideal size for an NFL linebacker, he is aggressive, and he makes plays near the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and according to NFL's next-gen stats, he was the 10th best linebacker at the Combine in terms of production, but he had the #1 score for athleticism amongst his position at the Combine.
That's big.
He ran a 4.55 40-yard dash, and according to Lance Zierling, with NFL. He is projected to be a 4th-round selection. And, of course, tomorrow right here on WMDT, the 4th through the 7th rounds will be taking place. So we should be hearing Jordan's name being called
I hope
tomorrow.
so. I genuinely hope so.
I hope so, too. That'll do it for the A block. We're calling our first time out. But when we return, the fans are flocking to Dover to see the greatest racers in the world at the Monster Mile. We're checking in at Dover Motor Speedway. Coming up next on DSI.
Hello, this is head coach Stephen Longo, head coach for Indian River Varsity Baseball. You're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.